Hello everyone, it's Luli, and today I'd like to introduce the 5 bachelors we know of so far in Starsand Island. But before I start, I'd like to thank all of those who have supported me in Patreon, Ko-fi's tips. I truly appreciate it. It really means a lot to me, and I have started doing Patreon exclusive content. If you would be interested, the link is below. Also, I'd like to thank those who have been supporting me by boosting my server. That means a lot to me as well. Now remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you would like more cozy and otome content, and I will promise you will not regret it. But I think that's it. Let me start. So first up, very quickly, Starsand Island is kind of like Rune Factory, but with a more Pokemon-like aesthetic. You're an island, feels very tropical and happy, like you're taking time out of your real life. And it feels a lot more expansive, and you've got like a job system where you've got like skills that branch out, and I feel like it's different even though the concept is the same. And naturally with that comes the love interests, and we know of 5 of them so far, so I figured it would be fun if we explore them in this video together. And I have included clips for 2 of the bachelors where I meet them for the very first time, so lots of fangirling, I'm not gonna lie. But enough talking, let's get into seeing the love interests. So first up is Delfin. This is the one I met first, and I was like, oh my god, he's so cute. He is obsessed with diving, fishing. He is in fact the fishing master that you would go to if you want to improve your fishing skill and go down that pathway. And he seems very chilled. He just kind of has this typical surfer slash diving guy, and he happens to be a childhood friend of the main character, and so it's that trope. And I don't know, I guess I just kind of relate in that I love the ocean and fish and sea creatures as well, so we just kind of, I don't know, he's like a fun character in that sense. And this was my reaction when I first met him. Oh, okay, right, he is probably most my type looks-wise. He looks cute. I think if there's romance, this is the one we're aiming for. Fishing mentor and owner of diving reels, a man completely fascinated by the underwater world. I did marine biology. We're getting along. As an expert in all things marine, he's more than happy to share his knowledge and skills with new fishing enthusiasts. Delfin is most often found by the sea. If he's not fishing, then you might have to wait for him to surface from a dive. Oh my god. I think we are going for this guy, obviously. Okay, so he's in this really cool looking, I mean, it does fit the island aesthetic, doesn't it? Like with the building that's got, look how pretty, oh my god, oh wow, this is, oh my god, oh cute clownfish, oh, that turtle. Okay, right, I need to calm down. Oh hey, if it isn't Peach, been ages, oh my gosh, is this a childhood friend trope? Remember me, Delfin, you know, back in the day, you, me and Solara, we were practically inseparable. Forgot already? Well, I guess it has been a while since we last met. I saw you admiring the aquarium earlier, pretty stunning, right? I made it myself, put a lot of heart into it. Feel free to take your time admiring it. I'm off to fish soon, so make yourself at home. Oh, don't be surprised, this is a self-service shop. I opened it to make things easier for fellow fishing enthusiasts. I want this place to serve everyone who dreams of conquering the seas. But sitting here all day, shakes head, that'd be way too boring. So, are you into fishing? Want to become an angler and feel the thrill of the waves? Thrill of the waves! Yeah, why not? Alright, you've got guts, let's dive into your first challenge. First, I'll teach you the basics of fishing. Now moving on to Aurelis, he is a restaurant owner and an heir to like a big restaurant, food, organization, industry or something. And he gives off very like, not princely vibes, but very like, he seems so perfect in so many ways. And but at the same time, when you start talking to him about food, he gets super excited, and it's like kind of almost like he's a food nerd below that kind of cool exterior, if that makes sense. And it's kind of cute watching him get all like excited about food and stuff. But yeah, definitely a pretty boy. I'm not gonna lie, on first look I was like, oh my god, who are you? Like, you look really nice. But yeah, so this was my very first reaction to him. Oh, poor Sheriff. Wait, who's that? Oh my god, who is this? Aurelis? Would you like to try the improved fish head tofu soup? Of course, it was made by you. Did you develop all these menus yourself? Yes, I love researching food. If you need dining services, feel free to come to the restaurant anytime. Why, hello there! Intense ultraviolet a challenge for both the preservation and flavour of ingredients. He seems like the looks cute, but is like a nerd inside type, which I adore. He's like a cooking nerd. Let me see what interesting thing you'll give. Okay, if I give you a dragon fruit, will you be happy? Oh, let me know. What I'm gonna give you is the jelly because that's a food, right? Let's see if he likes it. I absolutely love it. Oh, thank God. Not only is this exactly what I wanted, but it's also sparked new inspiration. Thank you for such a thoughtful choice. You gave a nice gift, and this bamboo leaves is a suitable return for a nice gift. So it was just nice? Okay, well, we'll give him a dragon fruit tomorrow. Weather and cooking share a delicate connection. Bright sunny days call for quick stir fries, while drizzly afternoons beg for slow braised comforts. On windy days, it's suitable to eat fish. On snowy days, it's ideal to cook hot mulled wine and pair it with roasted lamb chops for an excellent taste. When the weather is cold, you can, oh my god, you can simmer a pot of seafood porridge, cooking it slowly to bring out the aroma of the ingredients, which is both warming and nourishing. He's so cute. Okay, right, let's go. Ah! What's that? It's Tokyo Treats. My childhood. In this month's box, we've got satsumaimo chippusu, so sweet potato chips, corn starchy stuff, corn starchy snack even, a little donut, a Mount Fuji say biscuit, crispy chocolate, melon flavoured haichu, my childhood favourite, lemonade flavoured gummy things. I am so excited about that. You've got the monaka. I think this is kind of like a sweet potato wafer. Obviously, you've got to have some strawberry chocolate, right? One of my absolute favourites. This is tangerine flavoured jellies. Ooh, rice cake. We all know that's like a Japanese staple. And then you've got butter shoyu aji popcorn. This is such a classic flavour. Butter and soy sauce is like one of the best mixes in my opinion. So honestly, you should try it at home, the mix on like a potato or something. And lastly, we've got the more substantial snack, shall we say, of yuzu shio ramen. So yuzu scent, sort of fragrant salt ramen. Yummy! So you know, so many, like, if you think about how much this stuff costs individually when you go to like a Japan center or something, this isn't so bad. Now let's try some. First up, I'm gonna try the melon haichu. I love these. They're like, the way the fragrance sort of spreads in your mouth. Yeah. It's as I remember, in ways. Sorry, it's just... I always say you can tell when I'm enjoying something when I suddenly stop talking for once. Now, I'm gonna try a saltier snack. This one's shiobata aji, which is salt butter flavor. Okay. I'm not really usually a vegetable, like a root, you know, a non-potato vegetable girly. but I think the butter and salt flavor really go well together, you know? And it's not too thick. Like, you know when you get vegetable crisps, sometimes you get like the really thick ones and you're like, oh my god, my teeth are gonna break. Yeah, it's not like that. It's actually really good. With every box, you get this little booklet. It has things like allergens, and this kind of explains what all the snacks are. For example, you know how I was eating that salt and butter potato crisps earlier? Well, enjoying them a little bit too much. It says here, salt and butter sweet potato crisps, osatsudoki shio butter. Fall is the best time to enjoy one of Japan's top snacks, roasted sweet potatoes. The sweet, crunchy treat tastes just like the real thing with a hint of savory butter. And then it has the allergens and whether it's suitable for vegetarians as well. And then, of course, you've also got things like this, which is kind of like a little bit of a snippet of Japan, if you will. So for example, in this case, it's introducing Fujikyu Highland, which is actually an amusement park. I know in Japan, most people think of like Universal Studios and Disneyland, but the most thrilling of all amusement parks in Japan has got to be Fujikyu. So if you're a thrill seeker, then this is the place to go. Japan's record-breaking amusement park, see? So yeah, it introduces things like this. So not only do you get a whole box full of yummy Japanese snacks, you also get to see like a little bit of the country and get some information as well. I would once again like to thank Tokyo Treat and Sakurako for sponsoring this video. If you would like something to look forward to every month, then if you use the code PEACHFACE, your first box will get a $5 off discount, not to mention you will be helping me and my channel as well. So it's a win-win situation. Remember, PEACHFACE. Enjoy! Now third up, I think this is my absolute favorite. I'm not gonna lie, I saw Delfin and I was like, he's my favorite. And then I saw Aurelis and I was like, he's my favorite. And then I met Graminova and I was like, oh my god, forget the other two. Like, have you seen his hairstyle? Like, I just don't even. But this character is the mentor for farming and he is the botanist of the island. He apparently comes across as a bit grumpy. I did not feel that personally. To me, he seemed like the mature character that, you know, you can trust and rely on, and I don't know, I guess that kind of calm, serious, almost kind of coup d'etat vibe really appealed to me. Unfortunately, I don't have a clip for this guy or the next two because my mic wasn't working, but hopefully when you meet him, you will have as much of an excited reaction as I did in the previous two. The fourth bachelor is Loren. He is the gamer guy and he owns an arcade in which, you know, he has like all these different fun little games that you can play. And yeah, it appears he used to be an esport athlete, and it's kind of cute that he decided to come to the island instead. And I think he just feels very chilled, relaxed. He's happy to be surrounded by people and enjoys seeing others experience the games that he's put into his arcade. So that's kind of the vibe he gives off. Now the fifth and last I will be mentioning in this video is Zephyria. He was kind of interesting when you meet him because he's like in a tree and he's surrounded by nature, and he is the exploration mentor, and I think he's one of those Genki, loves a challenge, just very happy, good vibes, and you can feel like you can really rely on him, especially when you go exploring. And but I have heard that when he likes someone and they compliment him, he has like a blushy side, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that. Honestly, in these games I turn into a massive player. I just end up like romancing every single one, and then I can't decide who to go for and end up being single. So that's what's most likely gonna happen in this one as well, although my eyes are extremely hardcore on Graminova. So hopefully I will focus my attentions on him. Now, I believe there's one kind of more mystery guy. We've seen him in clips. He's got black hair. But but I don't know anything about him. I have not encountered him yet, so I guess we'll get more info down the lines, or if you play the game, I'm guessing. But anyway, that's it for this video. Which one of these 5 are you most interested in? Let me know in the comments. Again, as is always the case, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and hopefully I will see you in another one of my videos or streams. Bye!